Annie, happy Valentine's weekend.
Happy Valentine's Day. Pretty soon. What is
Pretty
it?
soon. And happy
Yeah.
Friday. Happy
Yeah. Friday
Friday.
the 13th.
Oh,
Magic.
right.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that until somebody had brought that up.
Me either. Until morning meditation when somebody said, yeah. I'm like, oh, awesome.
Yep. I
Yeah.
had no idea. And so how are you?
I'm good. I'm tired, but
Annie,
I'm good.
and that's kind of a theme that tiredness
Yeah.
is and I think we're just all kind of recalibrating and just really needing that extra rest. Annie got to celebrate. You'll have to go to her channel. Yeah, so anybody new here, please go to Annie's channel and
Thank you.
she's has this going on her channel too. And subscribe, and
Thank you.
she shared pictures yesterday of her Valentine's outing,
Yeah.
which was absolutely beautiful. That fish and chips looked amazing.
Ivers. It's famous around here, Ivers. Fish
Oh,
and chips.
so
Yeah.
good.
And hearing the gulls, and there were cormorants everywhere, and that beautiful hummingbird on the
That
barbed
was the
wire fence.
chubbiest looking, and no judgment because I think it's so cute, but you don't. He was a chubby
Little
hummingbird.
Anna's.
Yeah, it was so cute, so
Little
cute.
Anna's. And I took about 8 pictures, and it was so cute. A little Anna's hummingbird, because it kept going like this. Here's my good side. Here's my other good side. Did you get it? Did you get it? And it
Oh,
allowed me to come closer and closer, and I'd say, I love you, I love you, you're so beautiful. And I was getting closer and closer. And then when I got to about 3 feet from the fence, it was like, all right, lady, that's enough.
that's close enough. That's
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 yeah.
that's close enough.
But there were ducks that I may share some more pictures today, but there were ducks that looked like puffins. Their faces were black and white, but they had sort of a puffin signature look to their eyes, which we get so many here in the Pacific Northwest. We have a lot of, well, like Minnesota does too.
Mhm.
When you were in Minnesota, a lot of water birds. It's
Yes.
fascinating, coots, and the variety.
Spoons. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. It was really nice, and we just thought we'd get ahead of the crowds. Yeah. We
Good
did, because
thinking.
there was like
Good
nobody
thinking.
there.
Yeah, because I mean, nobody like today, tonight, tomorrow. It's gonna
It'll be
be
nuts. Did
it's
you and
gonna
Tim
be.
get a chance to get ahead of the crowd?
No, I'm not wanting to go out.
Yeah, okay.
Because he had mentioned yesterday about going out for lunch, and I said thanks, but I said, I'm really trying to stay. I want to stay safe, and so we are. I am going to make a pasta dish.
Oh,
In fact, well, I'll send you the recipe. And it's just with shrimp and
oh,
spinach,
we love shrimp.
right?
Yeah.
And cherry tomatoes and yeah,
Perfect.
and lemon and stuff. And so I think
Oh,
I'm gonna make
perfect.
that tomorrow night. And
Nice.
um, nobody's gonna be here because everybody will be gone. So it'll just be Tim and I. And so it'll be
Perfect.
easy. It's not a hard recipe. So
You can
um,
maybe light candles or play some music that you
yeah,
guys like. Or Paul got flowers delivered to me yesterday, so I'll share a picture of those. That was very sweet.
they
I
were
appreciate that.
absolutely beautiful. That was
I
so
That
nice.
was super thoughtful. And then, when they're spent, I'll dry the petals and add them, because I save the petals of flowers arrangements like that and dry them out. And then I save them for when I do thank you fires. Because you can
Yes.
burn sweetgrass, and you can thank spirit for all of their assistance. And it's just a beautiful way to keep that circle going.
Oh,
I really
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Love that. Should we say hi to some people?
Please, I can't see the chat, everyone, but hi.
Um, and I'm not going to put it up because I think
Okay.
it takes away from you, and I don't want to be
Oh,
I don't
okay. Okay.
disrespectful. Sarah is here.
Yay.
Barb is here. Here, let me put Sarah is here,
Hello.
and Barb, hello. We didn't realize it was
So
the
big.
13th either.
Yeah. Cool
And
kitty.
Barbara Berkman, hello.
Awesome. That's funny.
And Sunny. Sunny is
Hey,
here.
Sunny.
Hello. Thank you
Hi.
so much for being here. And Lorraine is here.
Hi, Lorraine.
Thank you guys for joining us. And so today Annie and I are we're going to be talking about self-care and what are your forms of self-care, and we're going to be talking about, Annie's going to be talking about what she does for self-care, and then she's got other information that she's going to share with us, and I'll be sharing my forms of self-care. And first of all, I want to say self-care is not selfish. Self-care is sacred, and it is a must. It is really truly a must. But I think a lot of us have been conditioned as children that taking care of ourselves, napping and just honoring ourselves was selfish. I know for myself, I was conditioned that, you don't, you know,
I was
yeah,
too. It was better to do for others, do for others, do for others.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And so really, really letting go of those old conditionings and beliefs, and really honoring whatever self-care it is that you enjoy. And 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 when we do self-care, we not only raise our vibration, but we really raise the vibration of the planet. And so by
yeah,
taking care of ourselves,
yeah.
I mean, we really are healing, the entire planet. And that old saying, always is, we can't pour from an empty cup. And so,
Yeah.
you know whenever
That's
we're
very
taking care of
true.
ourselves, we can take care of others, better by doing
Yeah,
so. So Amy's got some things.
yeah.
You go ahead and
Well,
share
s-
some things
okay.
that
I've noticed that self-care has become more meaningful in the way that you've described it. Because when I was very young, self-care looked like buying myself new jewelry, getting new trinkets, doing things like that. But as I've matured, there's a sacred space inside of me that I need to fill, that I need to feed. And it goes hand in hand with healing. Thinking of things, hi, Ascending Butterfly, as Richard Schwartz's book, No Bad Parts. So when I have a part that needs attention, I right now I'm experiencing a little bit of dental discomfort. And so I have a part that's frightened of dentists and frightened of going there. So I need to listen to that part and say, I understand why you're feeling that. I can validate what you're feeling. But I am 64 and I have more awareness now and some more information. And so now part of that self-care is seeking the information that I need to make decisions with, not just hiding under the covers and calling that self-care, but actually being my own advocate, like what is best for me at this time. And that comes to, boundary making and saying, well, I'm getting grumpy and snappy, and it's because I haven't had time alone for a little while. And I am an introvert, which means that if I spend an hour doing things I love with lots of people, I'm going to need at least an hour of going for a walk in nature before I can regain my equilibrium. And lately it's been crystals and stones. And sometimes I spray rose water on my skin, on my face, over my hair, on my back if I need to. Just like I need a little extra self love. And I'll go out and talk to my tree if there's something worrying me or upsetting instead of stuffing it. I'll honor that feeling as it comes out, the discomfort. Give it a space, give it a voice. Actively seek either information that I need or talk to spirit, talk to ancestors, thank them for helping me, ask them to keep helping me. and be very honest and clear with creator about what I'm feeling and why what I'm thinking about that. And always looking for the lesson, because sometimes I'm finding as I get older that lessons are presented sometimes as a gift, sometimes as a compliment, which are hard to accept sometimes. Sometimes they come as a challenge,
That's
but they're all,
conditioning too, right?
pardon?
That's conditioning too. We were conditioned that, you just like, if somebody says, "Oh my gosh, you're absolutely beautiful." Oh, oh gosh, no, I'm not. No, no, I'm not. Now we're taught, thank you, thank
Thank
you for
you.
saying that. But that conditioning of, we shouldn't take, compliments. I was
Yeah.
taught that growing up, that, you know, you stay
Yeah.
humble and don't,
I was too. I was brought up for a short time. I was brought up to bring absolutely no attention to yourself at all. So I wasn't allowed to like participate in school, be a cheerleader, or be at games, or be in any activities that might in any way draw attention to myself. It was
Mhm.
against their religion at that time. Total bunch of nonsense.
Right?
So, total nonsense. But but as I get older, it's like, well, the kind of attention I want now is with my dog and with my husband. Like my husband is retired. We're both retired. So we have a new practice now where we rub our chakras like we do in morning meditation. We each do that, and then we hold hands with each other. Either one's up or down, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And we just look in each other's eyes and say, I love you. I'm so glad that you're in my life. Getting old is a little bit scary. It's not all the fun it's cracked up to be. Parts of it are, but parts of it are uncertain. And I'm so glad that we're going through this together. And us just taking that time every day is a form of us self-care, but also care for our relationship and the uncertainty that the world has right now. And we have concern for our children and our family and our loved ones. So we say prayers together and we hold hands. And we're not religious. I am allergic to religion. We are not religious, but we are very spiritual. So that's become a part of a recent addition to self-care, because things are um, clarifying. It feels to me like things are clarifying, and the important things in our lives are becoming very, very simple. you know, um, so keeping it simple, I think that's part of self-care.
I
Yeah.
I I love that. And just, you guys, the next, like the next week, just heads up. The energy is going to be triggering. And if you don't find it triggering for yourself, there's going to be probably somebody within your family, somebody that is definitely kind of going through some triggers. And and you may notice people are, when people get triggered, they're typically, that anger sometimes will come through. And so really loving on those people that may be going through the triggers, or if you're feeling them yourself, just really loving on yourself
Mm.
unconditionally, because there is no shame, there is no judgment. And we're wrapping up the end of the year of the snake,
Yep.
the Chinese year. And so
Yep.
some of us are getting hit really, really hard. I mean, I mentioned earlier this morning that I had been to the dentist on Wednesday, and you guys, it was, I mean, I cried like a baby, for an hour and a half. I mean, it took so long because I was crying.
Mhm.
And so they'd have to stop to let me breathe. But I triggered, it
Yeah.
was it was very triggering for me, and it has been. And so, like Annie, I have dental stuff going on. Terry's got dental stuff going on. So that kind of seems to be a theme too. So if anybody out there is noticing that they've got teeth issues, now would be the time to
It
take a
must be
look at
part
that.
of the letting go, because I keep reminding myself, like I go out to my tree And I do a lot of this where I just hug myself and just I feel my high heart warm. And I just, okay, the universe is doing things for us, not to us. And we agreed to be here on purpose because we wanted to help. All we got to do is stand in our light. It feels like a maelstrom in a storm, but the only people who need to be afraid are the people that have been doing bad things. The rest of us just need to
Right?
like stand in our light and anchor the energy and just hold on. Just hold on. Oh, there's a little bird just came to the feeder.
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
and
but
when
yeah,
you are feeling down and you have your hands here,
yeah,
um, you know, just take a deep breath in and ask yourself,
yeah.
what is it that I need? Is it a hug? I mean, hugs for me, I love hugs so much. And so
Oh,
for me, that is a form of self-care. And if you don't have anybody, that if you live alone, hug on yourself.
oh,
But
definitely. It's a
ask your
good
body,
meditation.
yeah, what you need,
Yeah,
and your body will tell you. You will get the answers of what it is that you need. And sometimes it may be play, sometimes it may be quiet time, sometimes
yeah.
it might be watching something funny. But
Oh, for me it is. I
yeah.
love funny. I have to have funny every day. And getting in my pajamas, one thing I love about winter is, I do my couple miles of walk and then I'll usually do a third mile, another mile walk. And as soon as I get that walk done, I'm like in my pajamas. I'm like, it's pajama time. I can sit and watch a kid's movie. It has to be comedy. And I've needed it to be comedy every day for the past, I want to say, 2 solid years. I am a freak about, I watch this same TV show over and over because I'm a weirdo. But it just brings me peace.
Mhm.
Watching animated kids movies, it just brings me peace. And holding certain crystals. Like today I have this lepidolite.
Oh, I
Am I
love
saying
it.
that right? Labradorite? Am I saying that right?
Labradorite, yep.
Yeah, labradorite. Yeah, and this you gave me the
Oh, the
soda
soda
light.
light.
Yeah, the soda light. And here's a lovely one. It's really comforting. It's Koisera. It's called
Oh,
Koisera.
I love that.
And like, here's one I brought specifically for our show today, Peach Moonstone. So these
Ooh, I
these
love
are
that.
they're all soft and gentle to remind me to be soft and gentle with myself. The
Yes.
things that I need to get done, got done, making suet, making hummingbird food. Just keep it simple,
So important.
and go
So
step at a
important.
time. And it's okay if not everything that you have in your list gets done. It will get done. And I
But
think painting is really good right now as a form of
yes.
self-care. I'm working on a few right now, and it's so just to play with the colors, just to do a little watercolor, get a kid's kind of watercolor, and just let yourself go a little bit. And however you're feeling, just see what happens. It's really fun to get a spray, spray a lot of water on watercolor paper and just put the color in varying depths and hues to see the saturation points and just to see what pictures come up. It's really good when you're working through emotional issues, for instance.
Yeah.
Just hold space for yourself right now.
So
Yeah.
you're so right, Annie, and I love the suggestion about if you do have to-do lists and lists and I know we do here, but there's those tasks, right? That
Mhm.
when you get it done, there's another one to do, and so it really the tasks are never done, and so really looking at it from a standpoint of what, I got done what I could today, and that's good enough,
Mhm.
and letting go of that pressure of I have to get all of this done in order to feel worthy. And
Oh, no, 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 no. We don't. No, we don't. I don't think much of us do that. But I get rewards. Like I
oh,
get little
I do.
piece of dried fruit. I do a thing. Oh, good, dried fruit. I get a little dried strawberry or dried cherry, and reward yourself all along the way.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes when I'm sit like especially if I have something coming on going on like a celebration or I'm going to be
Yeah.
hosting something at my house and
Oh,
I have a
sure,
list going
sure.
on, I
Yeah.
get hard on myself
Oh,
if I don't get my stuff done. And
yeah.
so letting go of that is really important because really seriously and I mean and I have gotten better over the time, but there was something not too long ago that um I don't remember what it was, but anyway, there was people coming and I didn't get my floors done, and I was just like, "Ugh." And
Yeah.
then it was like my angels and my guides were like, seriously, Kelly, it
Who
doesn't matter.
cares?
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. You're gonna probably want to do your floors after they leave anyway, and
Yeah.
who's gonna notice? And so
Yeah.
really looking at that, but I could, I mean, I for a while and sometimes it creeps back in where I'm looking at my list and it's like I almost look at it as like a job. Like, oh my gosh,
Yeah. Oh,
I I
yeah.
I
Yeah.
got to get these done,
Yep.
and so I'm trying to get
And you
better
and
at
you
it.
are, like I think a year ago you and I spoke once, and it was funny because we often end up doing things around the same time. And
Yeah.
I had said, I am tired of doing, we don't have a dishwasher, and I'm fine with that. I don't want one. So I just have always done my own dishes. But when we have a lot of people over, it's like, holy cow, that's a lot of dishes. And I got tired of having gatherings and doing all these dishes. So I got paper plates, the kind you can recycle. And it was such a load off. And I remember telling Kelly about it, and she had just done the same thing.
Yeah.
So we had both just given ourselves some grace, like, who cares? The whole point is that you're spending time with these people and you're eating food together. That's all anybody cares about. So just that.
Exactly.
And I think that's one of the really great things about getting older is just like, I don't care anymore. The
Right?
whole point is I just get to spend time with you. Yeah. And, you
And
know.
it's so true.
But
And
it's a learning, it's an unlearning curve.
it is.
Yeah.
And I literally I put my plates out, like my glass plates, but then I almost used my glass plates as chargers and then we used our paper plates on top. So the table still looked nice, but yet
Yeah.
there wasn't the dishes.
Yeah.
And stuff like
That's
that is self-care.
it
It's
is. It
lighting
really,
those candles. Both you and I do that
yeah.
just for that extra comfort and the
Yeah. We
ambiance
both do candles every
and
day.
you and your lighting.
I love,
Talk
oh,
about
my
your
lighting.
lighting.
I got plug-in fairy lights because I didn't want to keep wasting batteries. And I didn't want to keep charging batteries. I wanted something I could just plug in. And so I have my altar and then an altar for the world and then an altar that's galactic. And I've recently been sprucing up my galactic one. I'll have to take pictures and post them. But I put fairy lights, plug-in fairy lights. So that because I used to have more candles, and in order to keep the air cleaner, I thought, okay, I'll switch to fairy lights. It's still lights. We need all the light we can muster in this world right now.
Right?
Um, but it's healthier, and it's really I love it. I also have the curtain lights behind me that I think you can see. Um,
Yes.
but they add, it welcomes the elemental energy in your home, and I'm all about that kind of energy, earth energy. And it's important to me. As far as like colors even and fabric, like I had a stripy shirt picked out that I wanted to wear today, but this color is more comforting to me. It's sage green, and the scent of roses, and I wear perfume every day. And just those things that are kind to myself because I deserve to smell pretty every day, you know.
I
And
love
if I'm
that.
feeling a little down, spray rose water on yourself. If you cry tears because you're happy or you're overcome with emotion, put that holy water in your hair. Let it
Yes.
just be anointing to you. It,
Mhm.
it's uh it's a way of almost staying in witnessing awareness, even when you're in discomfort, I'm going through ascension. We all are as a planet. Mother is, and we're going with her. And this is what it looks like when the feminine energy is rising. This is what it looks like on me today.
Right?
And yeah, and we all are having that because we all have so much more in common than we have in differences. Yeah.
So true. So true. And I think both Annie and I, we absolutely love our comfy clothes.
Oh, yes.
And I forget now if we talked about this earlier, if it was backstage, but getting into our pajamas
Yeah.
is like it's like the highlight
It's
of
the
my day.
highlight of our day.
It is, and it's silly, but it's just like
It
I just
is.
cannot wait to be
Yeah.
comfortable. And and there's that word that both you and I love, and it's hygge, and it's the
Oh, Higgy
Danish.
or Hygge. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the Danish word for
Yeah.
anything comfy,
Yeah.
cozy, and both Annie and I
We
are
both
all
do.
about that. It's
Like flowers. Like I buy flowers for my altar. And they're
yeah,
not very expensive. I usually get like a $7 bouquet of carnations, and then I put those on every altar. So every altar has kyanite and let's see, pyrite, because the show I watched with you and Jules. I think it was you and
oh
Jules
yeah,
did a show. Yeah. So you guys gave us like selenite, rose quartz, pyrite, amethyst, clear quartz. And so each altar has a little bit of that on it, along with the fairy lights and along with the little carnations. And there's the little ones, because I prefer those because then I can have them all over the house. And even if you like out on a walk and you see what other people would call a weed, when I pull them, even in my own garden, I say, thank you for your service. Because if you
oh, I
watch like
love
an
that.
abandoned lot and all the weeds will come in, what people call weeds, they are building the soil. And like alder trees is one of the first trees that shows up. And if you look at the plants in your own area and watch, just do a little Google on them, like abandoned lot in Wisconsin or whatever. What are the plants that show up?
Yeah,
As you observe them, they will teach you because Mother knows how to comfort her soil and how to comfort and build it at the same time. And we can learn from that example. Um, we had a windstorm recently, and I was taking a walk and I found pussy willow and I put it in my pocket because it's really good for helping you remember dreams. So you can put a little bit by your
oh,
bedside,
I love that.
and little moss. I have a little moss by my bedside so I can put my crystals on it. Um,
Oh, that's and then it prevents it from slipping too, but
yeah,
yet you've got the earth element.
yes, yes. And for me, that's comforting. That's
Yeah,
really comforting and beautiful.
yeah,
Um,
love that.
oh yeah, I have one of these too. Oh wow.
I was
Oh
using my
my
528
goodness.
yesterday.
Oh, what a good reminder. Thank you. I have one, but I haven't used it for a bit. Darn it, I forgot. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
thank you.
That's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
And sending universal butterfly says love buying myself
Yeah,
flowers every day. Oh, I love that you do that. I
it's
we have
important.
it is. And if it's flowers, little
Uh,
little trinket or piece of your favorite candy or chocolate or whatever. Mine too, Venus. Mine too.
yeah.
Whatever it is, and I think Annie and I think we share the same um, self care cooking. We love to cook healthy,
Yeah.
and we love to cook. Um, we love to cook for our
Comfort,
family. Yeah. And
comforting food.
comforting food.
Yeah.
Comforting food is my jam.
We have been known to like, it's kind of, we should not even be surprised anymore. But like if either one of us has a spouse who's a little bit grumpy, we will cook a very healthy but also a comforting dish,
Well,
you
last
know,
night we
and
cooked the same thing. We both cooked mac and cheese
we
because we needed something comforting.
and
And
ham and asparagus. Yeah, we
yeah,
both. I told Paul last night I shouldn't even be surprised anymore.
I know, right?
How many times we're cooking about the same thing for dinner?
And
It's
I had
awesome. I love it. It's a
I
sister
had
thing,
leftover
right?
mac and cheese this morning because I wanted that comfort.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
food for me. I love food. So there is, and so I have to be careful because I really do love food and I love comfort food, but
Yeah.
incorporating healthy comforting
Yeah,
food
to balance
to
it.
mhm.
Because then
You
you
know,
get to feel good about yourself. Because then it's like I took care of
yeah,
my body today, and my body is going through a lot right now with this ascension stuff and this letting go and the cycle we're in and the one to come. I'm feeling sort of like brace yourself because
I
I
know.
don't know that we're going to recognize I don't know what things will look like in a year. I mean, there is so much information that's new to me that I'm becoming aware of that I don't know. So keeping it simple is becoming really, really important.
Simple, simple, simple,
Yeah,
simple, simple, and
yeah.
peace too. I think
Peace.
just
Yes,
if a person can
yes,
keep their tasks simple
yeah,
and whatever it is, just incorporating it and trying to less complicate things, and then making peace a priority, I think is so huge in the times that we're in. And
yeah.
and then, self-care is self-love, and there's
It
that word
is.
again. That's one of my favorite words is love, love,
Mhm.
love, love, love. And so loving on yourself unconditionally and really loving on yourself, and this can sometimes be harder, but loving on yourself like you love on others. And
Mhm.
that one's a little bit tough for me because I am a lover. I will shower everybody with love, but I sometimes tend to neglect myself. And so it's something I'm working on and that I have to be better at. But awareness is the key, right? Is I am aware that I do it. And so, really trying, if you're really a lover and loving on people, just make sure that you're loving on yourself the same too.
Yeah. I need to get a little bit better at that. I had a funny thing happen though. It was recent. I will share it with everyone else. I think I already shared it with Kelly. But the time before last, it was some kind of family meal and everyone came into the dining room and everyone just sat down and they were perfectly comfortable just sitting down waiting for me to bring everything to them. And I'm like, holy crap.
This
Seven
is
people
BS.
just sat down and I'm like, I created this situation because when I was younger, I was so busy and so fast. And I had, I could just get it all done, doom, doom, doom. And now I'm older and I'm like, not only can I not, I don't want to, So,
Right?
so everyone can just grab your plate and come on in and dish up, and they're like, oh, no problem, no problem. But I thought, wow, I couldn't get frustrated with anybody about that. It was hilarious because I had created that situation.
Same.
So there's a lot of things that I'm like, oh, okay, because now that I'm older, I don't want to do that anymore. You know?
Right?
So
And
that,
and um
yeah,
and designating tasks, when a
yeah.
person is feeling overwhelmed and overstimulated, and when a person's having those family gatherings and family dinners and whatnot, really
Which I
using our
love.
oh, me
Yeah.
too.
Ah, love them. I just get so excited about them. Yeah.
But I've done the same thing.
Yeah.
I've take you take it on because I think sometimes we think we're Wonder Woman and that we can do it. But the same as I'm getting
It's
older,
like,
it's
I
it's
don't want to.
harder. And so
I'm tired.
I'll say I'm going to do this, but you guys are going to have to do the dishes, or I'm going to do this and you guys are going to have to pick up. or, and so I'm getting better at doing that. And that's really important.
Yeah.
And letting go of that control, like it has to be done a certain way. I mean, and this is kind of a funny story, and I'm throwing my mother-in-law under the throwing my mother-in-law under the bus, but we when we lived in Minnesota, we would go to we would go there often,
Yeah.
and after dinner, she'd be standing by the dishwasher, and we'd all bring our plates and would start putting our dishes in the dishwasher, right? And
Okay.
helping out. And when I would put my dishes in there, she'd take them back out and put them somewhere else. And this went on like for the longest time. And finally one day I said, "You know what? It looks like you've got this under control." I said, I think I'm just gonna let you do it. But it was such a control thing. She
Yeah.
wanted to control how the dishes were going in the dishwasher. And we were all trying to help by putting our dishes
Yeah.
in, but it wasn't good enough. And so letting go of that control of how things are supposed to be done is really, it can.
That's a hard one. That is so difficult because I've asked my husband for help with doing things and then I get frustrated with how he's doing it. And I have to like, he's had to call me out on that and I didn't enjoy it at all. Like today, yeah, he said, "Do you need help?" And I said, "Yes." I said it without even pausing.
Yeah.
Like I used to pause. And I'm like, "Yes, I do." And because we made suet and we've been going through so much suet. And you get cornmeal and lard and peanut butter and you keep adding stuff and it gets harder and harder to stir. He made a total freaking mess, but I didn't say anything, 'cause I'm like, thank you so much for helping me.
Yeah.
So I'm
Now,
learning.
now I'm gonna need help cleaning up the mess because thank
You
you,
know,
thank you very much.
but I'm learning to just give up
Well, and,
control.
and don't you think it's part of alleviating the expectations?
Oh yeah. I didn't realize what a little control freak I was, but the kitchen is my domain and I need to just let go of some of that,
Yeah,
so there's a mess, big deal. He helped me
and
stir
I'm
it
the
and
same.
it's
I'm
I'm not
the
that
same way.
graceful, but I'm learning.
Well, and that's the key right
Yeah.
there is, what, we're aware and learning, and it's with age comes wisdom.
I think, or just getting tired. Sometimes
True.
tiredness has taught me a lot. And even like I so enjoy YouTube, but I've been being on YouTube for like almost 3 years. And at the beginning, I was watching shows all day long. And I
Yeah.
was watching them in the evening and I'd take a break and do a walk and then I'd come back and watch shows, make sure I was commenting on everything, everything, everything. And lately now I'm like, I'm kind of picky about what I watch now. And if there's shows that I really want to watch, I put them in my watch list and I listen to them at my leisure. Because sometimes everybody's on at once and I'm not going to like jump back and forth like I used to. I just put them in my watch list and then I put them on when I'm painting. And I have the most wonderful time. It's like
Yes.
like on the weekends or something. Oh, good. Now I can catch that show that was on 2 days ago. So I've just kind of like lowered my self-imposed
Expectations,
expectations.
and
Yeah.
look at the stress that you've
Yeah.
alleviated
Oh,
by
so
by
much.
doing so. And
Yeah.
that extra pressure that we put on ourselves, that we got to do this, and and I know when I feel like, because we all, when we all have so many shows, and so sometimes when everybody has got all these shows out, I get anxiety because it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I got to watch this one, this one, this one, this one, and it can be a lot. But putting it in that format where, what, I'll maybe watch this one later on, or I'm going to watch this one tomorrow.
Yep.
Just really, that really, really helps
It
a
does.
lot.
It does.
And so what are a couple of your, we talked about pajamas, we talked about lighting, um, we talked about food. What are a couple of your other forms of self-care that you lean into?
I lean into scent. Scent is really important to me. I really appreciate like rose and carnation. I really appreciate sage, of course, and Palo Santo. I just ordered some more because I'm down to this much Palo Santo
Oh,
left.
jeepers, you definitely need more.
Yeah, yeah. So I just ordered some. I'm definitely into crystals and moving those about, and I have dried flowers, dried flower petals here and there. I have little gnomes that I put in amongst our house, like in our laundry room, and I enjoy beautifying our home and making it special. Not with a bunch of bric-a-brac. That's actually, I've got less bric-a-brac than I used to, but I do have a lot of plants. So
Oh, and that's
I
so healing
I
too.
like the energy. I have fairy lights strung amongst the plants in the
Oh, I
kitchen,
love
and I
that.
like the energy of those plants. I like to say good morning. And what this is going to sound silly, but I turn the fairy lights on for at least an hour before the sun comes up to wake my plants up softly. So I wake up my altars when I wake up. And the first things that get woken up are me and the altars. And so that happens while my tea's getting ready. And so the day is approached in a soft way. And then um, I go outside in my bare feet and stand, even if it's raining, and stand on the ground and say my prayers out loud to the east, to the trees, and to the sky. And then after I've had tea, I go back outside and go to my tree. And I say more morning prayers at my tree with my back against her. And these are ways that I self-care every day. They become like making something ordinary, making it sacred as a way of acknowledging this day. Thank you for this day.
I
Yeah.
I love that. And
Yeah.
I love how you start it slow and it just the way you described it, it just sounds so soft, so comforting and and cozy too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And then I do
I
it at night. And I walk through my garden at night with the solar lights on and say my prayers at my tree again to thank for this day and to pray again. And I pray for our community and my loved ones like you
yeah.
and our family and our children and the planet and all the animals on it and the elementals and the land. Um, Sometimes I just feel the collective energy as this maelstrom, this storm. And some days lately, for the last week, that energy has felt almost intensely chaotic, like I'm waiting for some loud boom, to happen.
Mhm.
So these things that I've been doing are becoming even more important to me right now because I need them to ground. I need them to stay grounded and to stay
Yes.
calm and to it's a delicate balance to be aware of what's going on in the world so we can speak to it
Yeah.
without observing it, without getting immersed in it.
That's the
So
key. That's the key right
that's
there.
that's the key. So, and that really includes what shows you watch. And I'm not putting anybody down. I appreciate everybody who's on here in our beautiful community. But for my own mental health, I need to take a step back
Yeah.
and be very careful with my own boundaries because I know what I can handle and what I can't and what's too much for me. And sometimes I learn that by doing it too much and then going, oh, that was too much.
That was,
you
yep.
know, I have to step back a little further because I
And
like I
that is
love, yeah,
that is how we learn sometimes. And I'm with you. In the morning I do my gratitudes. I wake up and I tell the universe what everything that I'm grateful for, and even the little troubles that I may be going through, because I
yeah,
know, like you said, it's like everything is happening for me, not to me, and that there are blessings in all of this. And I do that too
yeah,
in the morning, and I do it at night. And I do a lot of affirmations too. I
it's good.
love affirmations. I have them kind of all over the house, and it's just a reminder to me
Yeah,
to to if something's feeling chaotic or whatnot, I'll look at that affirmation and go, you got this. You got this. Things aren't out of control. It may feel like it, but things aren't out of control. Everything's happening just the way it's supposed to. But sometimes it just doesn't feel like it. But and I'm with you. I am really limited on what I can watch, and it goes with TV. I find I'm watching less and less TV. I'm watching um I'm watching
Oh,
like
what's
live
that thing?
streams
Yeah,
of
that's right. Yeah.
of that, or I'm just not
All
having it
over the
on.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love it because it's almost like taking a vacation, because traveling too for me is a form of self-care. I do like that, and the ocean, and I saw Julie had mentioned earlier that she's going to the ocean tomorrow. I think that
Yeah.
too is a form of self-care for
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I totally forgot where I was going with that, but
Well,
anyway,
I have enjoyed talking with you so much. I had all these 6 pages all ready to go, and I don't even think I picked them up, but because I wanted to cover all the senses, like, what we wear, what colors we wear, what we eat, what we listen to. I wanted to bring as many, like using a nice lotion. Like when I wash my face, I call it my fancy lady lotion. It's I think it's called Cetaphil. I get it at Costco, but I call it my fancy lady lotion, because if you put it on damp skin, it absorbs better. So I got my fancy lady lotion on, or I'll spray a little rose water on top of it, and
I
feel
love
fancy. It's just
that.
those little moments of feeling fancy. There's nothing wrong with that. We should do this because I like when we become grandmothers, we want our granddaughters, we want them to like do better than we have done. We want them to accept with grace that they're beautiful and worthy and equal to everyone else, period. We want them,
Right?
yeah, yeah, stand on my shoulders, go farther.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly. Because
yeah.
we always
Let me lift
want
you
better.
up, let me lift you up.
I love that you wear perfume, and I do sometimes, not every day, but I do try, and I do have my fancy lotions. But something
Yeah,
I do, and now it's a reminder when you said fancy, I
yeah.
I need to do this again. I will make fancy water, and
Oh, yeah.
I have my gallon glass pitcher, and I will peel ginger and kind of just smush it and put the ginger in there, and then lemon, and then I call it my fancy water, and I haven't done
That's
that for a while.
fancy.
So that's a
Yeah.
note to myself that I need to do that again.
Good,
We do
good,
have
good,
a
good.
couple questions.
Okay.
Should we get going on them, because
Sure, sure.
we're
I have
and
my cards. I've been sort of shuffling them randomly as we've been talking.
Okay, I have Barbara Berkman, I have Ascending Universal Butterfly, I have X, and Mary Starshine. So here we go.
Ooh, okay.
Barbara.
Okay, darling. I got this card. This is card number 38 on my deck. Any information about my deck you can find in my About Me on my channel. These are cards that I painted, as you know, and I'm having a here we go. As above, so below. When in balance, speak. That was the first one. So I know that you will like this one as well. As we accept, we heal all aspects. Higher self helps us through aspects of our male and female selves as we rescue ourselves and all of our littles within, because there are no bad parts. Let them have a voice, especially as your birthday's coming up. Have a little meeting. Call a little meeting, beautiful Barbara, and ask them what would they like? What would they like to say? What dreams would they like to share with you? Is there anything they'd like to let go of? Is there anything they'd really, really, really like to do in this next year of your life? So I hope that was helpful. I think that was really good.
That was really good.
Yeah.
And what you just said, and the card, the card I pulled is just I pulled number 40. Transmutation is
Oh,
the natural process. And as
yes.
you surrender to all your gifts, Archangel Metatron and Mother Mary will help you. Transmutation is the natural process as we ascend. It's like coming home. And this is what we've been saying, Barbara, is
Yeah.
your birthday's on the 17th and you're going through a huge ascension. And so right now, letting go of all of that. And then the other card I got is breathe in, practice the breath work today. And so
Oh,
Annie, well, you were at Annie's, you were there this morning
yeah. Yeah.
at Annie's meditation. And so those are really, really important for you, Barbara. And so, meditating, chanting, and letting go and just honoring yourself for your birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Barbara. And next up, we have Ascending Universal Butterfly. Thank you so much for moderating. I sure appreciate it. May I have a general reading, please? And thank you. Absolutely.
Okay. Ascending butterfly. The first card I got for you is allow. Allow your perspective to flow from the macro to the micro and back. Stay curious. I think this is really appropriate for right now. As we are in witnessing awareness and observing the changes in the world and as they happen within us, take your attention. What is this universe bringing me? What is it bringing to my attention? It's not doing things to me, it's doing things for me. And the next one I got was value yourself. Please get yourself a little present.
And
Might be
she said
flowers.
she buys herself flowers
Yeah,
all the time. So, I mean, talk
yeah.
about that validation right there.
That's amazing. What did you get?
I got 35. Light
Oh,
is your superpower.
love it.
And you are such a bright light in this community. And I mean, the light that you shine in chat is like no other. And I feel so honored and so blessed to have you here. And then the second card I got was you are enough. And that's a reminder, I think, for all
Oh,
of us. And,
that's beautiful.
when we're self caring, is you do not have to give more. And so Annie and I just kind of talked about that. When we're givers and we have that giving gene in our body, we have to remember to give back to ourselves. And so just remember to give and you're buying yourself flowers, and just remember that you are enough. And next up we have X. I would like a reading, please.
What a cool kitty. That's a cool kitty picture you have. I like that. The Excalibur, the first card that I got for you is card number 37. The message of this card is, into the light of healing I dance with Archangel Raphael, which is an archangel of healing. And the second card I got for you was the higher self card. This is card number 26. Higher self connection. Neither your guardian angel or your higher self are ever far from you. Just relax into being more of yourself, dear one, because they are you.
I love that.
It's more of your heritage. Feels like this is your heritage. I hope that was helpful.
Thank you, Annie.
What'd you get?
I got 43. And before we forget, these are Annie's cards. We are using Annie's cards. So go to her
Thank you.
website, go to her channel, or not her
Her
website,
channel.
her channel. Go to her channel, and in her description, she has the link to these absolutely gorgeous cards. And I mean, all of the artwork is done by Annie. and then she has them all numbered, and then you download the descriptions of each card. And
Yeah.
so check these.
Yeah.
The deck is absolutely beautiful.
Thank
And
you.
all of her energy has been put into these cards. So yeah, go to her channel, like, subscribe, and check her
Thanks.
cards out.
Thank
I
you.
got 43s. Spend time in nature because it's time to reflect upon everything you are and everything you've learned. In nature's cycles, we find wisdom. I absolutely love that. And this one is, you can see the nature too, but it says go inward. It's time to connect with your inner child. And I think a lot of us are right now because we're shedding so much that has triggered us from our childhood, from this lifetime and past lifetimes. And so, if you find yourself being triggered, chances are it could very well be something from childhood, and just look at it and send it love, give it love. Okay. I hope that helps. And next, oh no, Mary didn't. Mary, I started. Mary said, Kelly, I have the tuning fork. I activated it and held the clear quartz over it. I'm sorry, Mary. I thought you had
Oh,
a question. So I'm going to jump back into chat here and see. Oh, thank you. The link will be found in the chat, Kelly. Oh, you are the
thank you.
absolute best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ascending Universal Butterfly. You are constantly just looking out
Yeah.
for everybody. I thank you. I thank you so much. Oh, Venus, you had one. You know what? Let me
Oh, okay.
was it just a general one? Venus? And Barbara says great cards too.
Oh,
Absolutely.
good.
And Rush says happy birthday, almost
Yes.
birthday.
Wear a helmet.
You're right. Okay.
Get your shiny disco helmet like Gerald has it over at Tarot Stash.
Venus, was it just I see you have a mother-in-law that used to be like that too. I see that. What was it, a general reading, Venus? If so, just let us know. And we will get to you right now.
Well, I pulled a couple of cards. And the
Yes,
first
just
card,
general. Here we go.
the first card I got for you was card number 39. Sing your authentic song. Be your authentic self in as many ways as you can. This is how you sing your song. Just by being authentic. And this one you're going to love. This is the Goddess's Mystery School. This is card number 51. At this time, you are going through a portal of the Goddess's Mystery School. Congratulations. So some of the things that you're feeling, be all of them. Sing your song.
I love that.
Trust yourself. Trust in your abilities. And remember to, I always say when I'm going through, it's like a portal of transformation. I always remember to pull the ancestors close because they remember. I mean, your guides and your angels are always with you and deserve your love and thanks every day. But the ancestors remember how awkward it can be to be human. And they're
Right?
standing close and just cheering you on, and they want you to embrace being all of who you are. They want to hear your song. So I hope that you do that. Okay. Okay.
And Julie is here and she says, oh man, I'm getting
Hey,
here late.
Jules.
Always in divine timing. Always in divine timing. And
Thanks
so
for
back
swooshing
to,
through.
Venus, I'm just gonna put this up there.
There we go.
Um, Venus, I got card number 18, and look at this beauty. And rainbow magic, layers of the story. Rainbow magic is knowing that every story has 7 layers, even even when you don't always know which layer you're in. And rainbows bring so much magic, and rainbows are typically a sign of good things good things coming, because there's always that pot of gold at the at the end of it. So what I also get with this is it would be a good time to do your intentions and let the universe know what it is that you are needing. And it's funny I say what you're needing, because the next card is, you don't have to do it alone. And so if you are
Oh,
feeling, and we talked about this
awesome.
too, is to ask for help, right?
Yeah.
It's so important, especially if we have a lot of tasks, or we're just just plain tired, to ask for help. And they said reach out for support in this time. And support could be physically, it could be mentally, it could be emotionally or spiritually. And so whatever that is, just know that you don't have to go it alone, and just to say, hey, I need an extra hand, or I need your ear,
Yeah.
just
Or getting a reading or taking a class.
yeah,
Yeah. With
right.
like-minded individuals who are interested in the things that you are.
And it's
Oh,
your
oh, how
birthday coming
wonderful.
up. I am so happy early birthday.
Yeah.
Sarah asked if she could have a quick reading, and
Oh,
let's
okay.
just give her one, and then we will wrap it up.
Okay.
This will
Okay.
be it. So Sarah, I'll take a card if you get time. So absolutely, Sarah, we will do
Okay.
that, and then we will wrap it up for the day.
I'm excited. This Sunday I'm taking my first Reiki class. I'm so looking forward to that.
I am so excited for you.
Okay. The first card that I got this is card number 9. This is for Sarah, correct?
For Sarah,
Sarah.
yeah.
Yeah, Sarah. Beautiful Sarah. Hope is a jar of light that transmutes by shining upon you. Share your light with others. And she does that so well. I posted a blanket she's made yesterday. You'll have to check it out. It's
Yes, I will check
absolutely,
it out.
it's
Yes.
so incredible. And she's writing a story. And she's a very talented lady, super
Oh my
talented. And
God.
check this out, Sarah. This is card number 21. Let me see if I can put it in a way there we go. Feathers stay together. And I always think of this when I painted this, I thought of ancestors and angels and guides and you. Each of us has them and we stick together.
Right.
So, and we find, like we have found each other here online in this beautiful community. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you,
Thank
Sarah.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um, Sarah, I got 33. Be like nature, observe, witness, and be. And that too, I mean, talk about the self-care. Sometimes just being present, being still, and a person can witness without having to take on that energy. And I don't know if it was this show or the last show I did with Terry, but I talked about putting a love bubble around ourselves, and
Yeah.
just just in visualizing that bubble around you of protection, and a love bubble, and that nothing negative, whatever's going on in the world, nothing can penetrate that love bubble unless it's love.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, oh my gosh, you just can't make this up. And then I got, let love guide you, which I know
Oh,
you do. And I am going to be going to
it's
check out
beautiful.
that blanket. And a blanket too is totally the topic of today, because self-care for me, blankets, it's all about that feel, the comfy, the coziness. So I'm anxious to see your blanket. but it says choose to see the good in the world today. And this is probably a good one for all of us because
Yeah.
we can get so hyper focused on the negative and what's going on in the world where choosing to see the good is, I think, a good message, not only for everybody but for me too, is that there is a lot of light and love in the world. And so let love guide you, which obviously you do.
Yeah.
And so I thank you, Annie, so very, very much for sharing your time and coming on. And I think this was a great topic for all of us. I needed it, and I hope
Me too.
everybody out there will get something from it that will help bring some sort of comfort. And especially with Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
do something kind for yourself or for somebody else. If your well is full, then if you feel like you can do something for somebody else, but make sure your well is full, and love hard on yourself and everybody. And
Please do.
happy
Please do.
Valentine's Day to
Yeah.
you, Annie, and to everybody
And to
out there.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank
Thank
you
you. Thank
so
you. Thank you.
much.
And we'll see everybody again soon. Everybody take care.
Bye.